I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah.
6 apartment buildings, stating that they are all his properties with no partners involved.
He Floyd, like he got issues over here. He's still best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
You think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone.
That's what you think. His fight, get the money, spend the money, fight. Then it took more than 2 years.
It wasn't sudden. Floyd Mayweather didn't simply wake up one morning with nothing. This $42 million downfall has been building for quite some time.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I'll say, fuck it. If I want to bring out the one and only, then I'll bring out the watch that costs 18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do for you motherfucking haters today? I'm gonna go fuck off $50,000 because I ain't got shit else to do. Money made. All motherfucking day.
Now the man who says he anticipated this, the very person who once managed Floyd's finances, is finally speaking out.
Residences making 100, 200 grand here or there, $50,000 not going to affect. But for those large investors, obviously that's becoming very concerning, because if you've got a building, big mall or something else, it could be worth, $100 million. All of a sudden you've got a $10 million profit on there that's now going to be taxed at 30.
On a small podcast with under 2,000 listeners, Floyd's ex-personal accountant dropped a shocking revelation no one saw coming. He said, I begged him to look at the numbers. He ghosted me. That single statement sent shockwaves through the boxing community. Now let's unpack how Floyd Mayweather, the man once famous for tossing $100 bills on Instagram, went from living large to facing investigations, being frozen out, and potentially hitting rock bottom financially.
That's who he is. That's who he's a lowlife. I mean, that's who he is. I mean, that's exactly what Floyd is. I mean, look, me and Canelo are having a last laugh. Canelo is gonna enjoy his lucrative contract. He's gonna fight the very best, unlike Floyd. Waits for fighters to either be over the hill or too young, the way he fought Canelo when he was too young. But look, hey, if Floyd really wants to fight, if he really wants...
Let's rewind to the beginning of the trouble. Floyd's accountant David Langston revealed that in late 2021, the IRS began sending notices over unpaid taxes tied to Floyd's international exhibition fights and real estate transactions. The total debt? More than $18.4 million.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. We're going to get through this. That's tough, because if anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay. So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is this, I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the controlling.
Here's where things take a bizarre turn. In early 2023, Floyd was pitched by a group of Dubai-based investors promoting something called RealCoin DXB, a so-called real estate-backed cryptocurrency, claiming it would transform property ownership in the Middle East. But it was completely bogus. Langston says he repeatedly warned Floyd. It failed every audit, had no licenses, no regulatory approval. I told him this is a scam in a Gucci suit, he recalled.
If you believe in yourself, like you say you believe in yourself, bitch your whole fight check, you bitch.
But Floyd, eager for another headline and a global show of power, poured $94 million into it. Then, just like that, the coin vanished from every exchange by October. The founders disappeared. No refunds. No way to recover the money. It was the largest financial blow Floyd had ever faced, but it certainly wasn't the only one.
I sit here with sadness today.
to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Langston also revealed something fans had long rumored but never heard confirmed from someone this close: Floyd's gambling addiction. Some nights, he'd send me screenshots of $2 million, bets just to show off. By morning, he'd be calling me in a panic, asking how much he could transfer from his offshore accounts.
Ball. No, you gotta show me the ball first. Ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. You lose.
Ready.
Always win. I'm doing some stuff butt naked before 8 p.m. in bed. Where is that right now? Where is that?
You know this gonna be your 100. Cause I'm gonna blow his page up with this one. I got you. Get him. That's why.
According to Langston, the issue wasn't just that Floyd gambled. It was that he chased losses and kept them hidden from everyone. Between late 2022 and early 2024, Floyd is said to have lost over $72 million on everything from boxing and NFL bets to underground poker games in Macau. Publicly, no one spoke up because he paid them to stay quiet. But behind the scenes, the financial records were hemorrhaging.
Most you've ever won in a single bet?
I'm probably 1.2, 1.3.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
You know, I mean, I've won. It's more like when you're betting, you can win 600,000, a million, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000. You can win 7 games straight. But then when you lose a million, you're like, man.
What's the most you've ever lost on a bet?
Probably a million.
Oh,
Who was that? What was it?
Tony Romo.
Now, things started to get really messy. Remember how Floyd used to boast about settling his taxes after big fights? Like when he owed the IRS over $22 million in 2015 and just casually cut a check after the Pacquiao bout. Well, according to Langston, that pattern didn't end, even after the era of mega fights slowed down.
I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made 230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine.
Langston explained that the IRS had quietly placed multiple liens on Floyd's assets beginning as early as 2021. These weren't immediately public, but they kept piling up, and Floyd continually avoided addressing them.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life, telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen. He apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like
That's BS.
something.
That is BS.
They said something.
Time out. He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds? You know that's happening.
You would certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather Pacquiao fight was. $100 pay-per-view.
The ultimate blow came with Floyd's colossal $42 million real estate move. In March 2025, he took to Instagram to show off his most ambitious investment yet: 62 multifamily buildings across Upper Manhattan, Morningside Heights, and Harlem, featuring more than 1,000 rental units and numerous retail spaces.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It don't point like this because all you see me right now, we're in their head. That's what we do. You know, all this running days. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments.
I'm just getting started.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
He flaunted to his 30 million followers that he purchased the entire portfolio on his own, with no partners, claiming it would generate hundreds of millions in rental income every month.
Well, that's what I invested in from the beginning. My first investment was real estate.
Someone like a lot of those idiots out there that make a ton of money as athletes and then lose it all and go broke. Floyd made $250 million and is investing most of it in commercial real estate. That is smart.
But behind the flashy posts and social media flex, insiders were already sounding the alarm. Langston, Floyd's former accountant, says Floyd overextended himself, putting the entire $42 million into the properties without creating any financial cushion. He skipped hiring professional institutional-grade managers, insisting he knew how to run the operation himself, making every executive call, including setting sky-high rents that ended up scaring tenants off.
Disappointed with me, Skip. Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yacht and you big balling. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway. It's hard to turn down $200, $300 million, Skip. But it looks to me that a major driving force between him, because I always thought it was Conor that wanted the fight. He wanted the big payday.
Yep.
But deep down, Floyd needed this payday because he got to settle a score. And let me tell you how the IRS works, Skip.
Do you have experience?
I have experience with them.
Okay.
Experience. What they like to do, if you owe them, they're not going to send you a letter right away. They like that thing to occur.
On top of that, many of the buildings needed immediate renovations to comply with New York housing codes. Repairs Floyd simply refused to fund. By April 2025, violations, lawsuits, and unpaid contractor bills were piling up. Rumors emerged that banks were quietly scrutinizing the portfolio's loan agreements. And by May, several properties were already heading toward pre-foreclosure. Langston summed it up bluntly. Asterisk, we tried to warn him. Asterisk.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
But once the New York properties began hemorrhaging cash, everything else unraveled. The Dubai losses, the IRS liens, the frozen accounts, it all came crashing down around him.
Live an American dream, man. You got 55 cars, 40 girlfriends.
Well, actually,
You're a billionaire now, right? Come on, let's salute this billionaire on stage.
But how many years ago you was broke? When I say broke, you ain't have a lot of money. You was just barely making it.
today, I ran all the way here
Why?
because I could even buy a bus ticket.
That's crazy.
But you still had 55 cars.
No, I don't.
What happened?
Well, I bought myself some crack.
Damn.
And then more crack.
Absolutely.
Clap it up.
It wasn't just Floyd making risky decisions. Those around him played a part as well.
He could have rode off into the sunset 49-0. Instead, this is my first time in a boxing ring. And in 6 weeks, I run boxing.
Langston says that after retirement, Floyd surrounded himself with a team full of yes-men, shady offshore brokers, and advisors who weren't even licensed in the U.S. He trusted these Instagram-connected individuals more than trained professionals. Langston would ask for names and credentials, and Floyd would shrug it off. Asterisk, they're plugged in. Don't worry about it. Asterisk.
Yeah, I feel good. I'm 40, but I look 20. And you whacked him.
Yeah.
These plugged-in advisors help Floyd funnel millions through offshore LLCs in the Bahamas, Malta, and Dubai. Initially, it was framed as tax strategy, but over time, they began skimming small percentages from every transaction. By the time Langston caught on, more than $60 million had vanished. That money? Gone. Generational wealth erased. The cracks in Floyd Mayweather's empire didn't start with real estate. They appeared years earlier, when rumors surfaced that he wasn't fully paying his exhibition opponents. One of the loudest critics? None other than Logan Paul.
You fight Floyd or something? Yeah. Did he pay you to lose? What happened to that?
No, he didn't pay me
him at all.
He didn't pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won. He didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds.
Floyd's my homie. He's a cool dude.
Fucking tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
After their hyped 2021 exhibition fight, Logan repeatedly went public, insisting Floyd still owed him millions. Asterisk, where's my money? Asterisk became a viral catchphrase. But behind the jokes was a harsher reality. The self-styled money Mayweather wasn't nearly as liquid as he made fans think. Insiders revealed that Floyd had tied payments to delayed revenue shares based on pay-per-view numbers, which ended up far below expectations. Logan described it as the most unprofessional business experience he'd ever encountered.
That guy was doing shit in the ring I'd never seen before. Yo, one time I was like hunkered over and I was like by his hip and he kind of had me in a headlock. Motherfucker opens his glove and puts his hand over my mouth.
Stop you breathing.
So I couldn't breathe. I'd never seen this before. And opposite side of the ref. He knew where the ref was. He knew to cover my mouth. Straight up in the middle of the fight, I'm like, and I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? I just missed 2 breaths. Fact. Smart boxer, you know. That's the guy who's been in the ring before. He's smart. He knows his way in and out. No, I got paid. I got paid. Just not in full. Like a couple million somehow that is just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got no fucking jet. What the fuck, dude? I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it, bro. I'll see you in court. The art is happening. Just like, mark my words, we're coming for you, Floyd. Coming for your millions and the last of your change.
And it wasn't only Logan. Other fighters from international exhibitions, some lesser-known names from Japan and Dubai, reportedly ran into the same problems. Delayed transfers, bounce checks, and mysterious processing errors. So what's next? Sources say Floyd is now rushing to sell off jewelry, art, and luxury watches just to maintain appearances. Even so, auction houses are wary of getting involved.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
There's even chatter that Floyd might try to set up another exhibition fight. But this time, no one's biting. He's been blacklisted in Dubai's financial circles, and Japan isn't returning his calls. Africa could be next, but he's burning bridges everywhere. Langston says he reached out trying to reconnect as a friend, not just an accountant, but Floyd still hasn't responded. Floyd Mayweather didn't lose it all overnight. It began years ago with a single ignored warning, one fraudulent deal, and an ego too large to heed advice. Now, the man who once became boxing's richest icon is facing a financial nightmare no amount of footwork can dodge. Frozen accounts, public lawsuits, and an empire crumbling. This isn't merely a fall from grace. It's what happens when money turns into a myth, and the bills finally catch up.
Floyd Mayweather
Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, you know, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that did happen. So I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. But I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my...
So what's next for Floyd? Will he step back into the ring for another exhibition just to stay afloat? Or is this really the final chapter of the Mayweather money era? Share your thoughts in the comments. Was this collapse unavoidable? Could anyone have prevented it? And if Floyd does return, will fans still show up, or has the world finally moved on? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth boxing breakdowns. I'll see you in the next video.